Hi YouTube! Excuse me. So today we're going to be talking about hanging out with people because I don't know if it's just me or like whenever I hang out with people I feel like I'm having like a spiritual experience. Like I don't know why. Like I don't know why that happens, but like I feel like I'm having like a spiritual experience and I just wanted to talk about that because I just think it's so weird. And I think that surely there's got to be other people that feel this way. And it's like this. It's like um I don't know, it's just so weird. And I don't know, it's just really weird. And I feel like, when we have these experiences, it's like, I mean, maybe to teach us something, but I also feel like, we're just evolving, like spiritually, or like as creatures of Earth. I sound so weird saying that, of creatures of Earth. No, but like I think that's how evolution is. Like I think we're just like evolving through these experiences. I mean, it makes sense. So, through every negative experience you have, you would evolve, to learn. And I think that that is a part of this system of evolution and all that. I do believe in evolving because I feel like I've evolved from the time when I was in middle school and I didn't talk to people to now where I've evolved like socially, where I'm actually socially apt and I know what I'm doing. I know like how to be social now because before I was too scared to be social. And I think that, facing your fears is really important in like that evolution step. But I also think that me just feeling like I'm having a spiritual experience every time I hang out with someone is just very strange. And I don't know if it's like a way that my brain just copes with things or if it's just like, I don't know, maybe it is a spiritual experience. Like, I think anything can be a spiritual experience if your brain perceives it like that. But I also think that, like, maybe human beings are spirits. Like, maybe human beings are spirits and we're not like actual like I mean, I know we're technically physical in this world, but like maybe we're not. Like maybe we're not. Like maybe we're just like aspects of energy. I don't know. I mean, I know we're all energy. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. Maybe we're all just spirits and we're all just like learning spirit stuff and we don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking like I literally don't know. I'm just here to share my ideas really and to share my experiences about like spiritual stuff and stuff like that because I just think it's so interesting and I love watching videos about manifesting and about like the weird synchronicities. I have a long list of weird synchronicities. You guys should check those out because they're just really weird and I love learning about other people's synchronicities. So if you guys have any weird ones that you like need to talk about because it's so weird, just like let me know because like literally I don't know. Like I just like hearing them and I think that like maybe I could help you, some of you, if like I don't know, you have like something weird and you want to figure out what it means. Like you kind of have to like know what you're thinking of while the synchronicity happens, sort of. I don't know. It's very weird. Sorry, my throat is very parched. Like my throat is like the Sahara. Because I woke up this morning and my throat felt really weird. And it still feels weird, but whatever. So, oh, my poor makeup. I'm sorry. I put on my makeup and it looks like trash. That's my life. But there's a manifestation of today. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway. So yeah. Also thank you new subscriber yesterday because I got a new subscriber and it's so weird because I think the algorithm made it happen because I uploaded so many videos yesterday because I haven't uploaded that many videos in a day before and I got a subscriber that same day. It's just like, it's weird. I don't know if it's a sign. I mean, I take it as a sign. That's why I'm still making videos. And I think I'll keep uploading multiple a day as long as I can. And hopefully I'll get more people that are interested in synchronicities and spiritual stuff. So yeah, if you guys like, I don't know if you guys think that, like, there's spiritual teachers in this world, but, like, I feel like I could be a spiritual teacher sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm there to teach you spiritually. I don't know, not you personally, but maybe. But I don't know, just people I hang out with, I tend to, like, be, like, spiritual and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Life is just so weird. And, like, we can visualize and, like, make things, like, happen. Or, like, we can predict things, like, things that you never would have known. I don't know. It's so weird. Because, like, I've predicted, like, so many weird things. Like, I predicted, my friend Kali. Like, I predicted her name. I predicted she'd be into manifesting. I predicted what she'd look like. I predicted she'd have blonde hair, blue eyes, and she'd be pretty, and she had glasses. I don't know. It's weird because and also I predicted that I met her in Hawaii because I was thinking about this years before I actually left for Hawaii, and I was like, I feel like I'm gonna meet this person, and then I did, and her name was Kali, like I fucking predicted. Like, I don't know. That's just something weird. It was just because I was trying to manifest like a soulmate, and that's kind of how you'll know because like I usually pick out a name, and I pick out a name because I want to affirm that I can do this, that this person is real, and that, you know, I also predicted my friend Riley. Riley's a boy, and I remember before I met him, I was thinking to myself about this friend I had when I was little. Her name was Riley, and I was like, I really love that name. And I was thinking to myself how, like, maybe my soulmate's name is Riley, or, like, you know, I don't know. But, like, I believe in friend soulmates. I think they're also a thing. I think a soulmate is someone who is, like, one with your soul, who you'll understand on, like, a spiritual level. And I think that's pretty true because I do understand him, and I understand my friend Kali on a spiritual level. Like, we understand each other, you know? And I think it's very important that you understand each other because that's what friends are for. But I did predict both of their names, which is very weird because I don't know, I just think it's so weird. It's just very weird. Also, I predicted this guy that I worked with at Walmart. His name was James. I drew a picture of a face, and I was like, oh, that's such a cool, gorgeous face. And then I was like, wow, wouldn't that be weird if, like, this person became real or something? And then, like, 6 months later, I get a job at Walmart, and I look at this guy, and I look at his face, and I'm like, wow, he's gorgeous. And then I go home, and I look at the drawing that I made, and he looks exactly like the drawing. Like, because I've never seen a face like that. Like, I would show you the drawing, but I don't know where it is. But I literally, like, because the guy had giant lips. Giant lips. And I don't usually draw that. Like, I've never seen a guy with lips like that. A white guy with lips like that. Like, he's got giant lips. Like, and his nose looked the same. He had lip piercings, like the ones that I drew, and he had the same hairstyle. And I was just looking at it like, no fucking way. Because I remember before I worked at Walmart, I was also thinking, oh, my soulmate's gonna work at Walmart. And like I said, I believe in friend soulmates. I'm not saying this is my romantic soulmate because, well, he's married. He's married to my friend. And I don't care because I just thought it was weird. So, I love my friend, and I'm glad that they're happy. I wish I was married, but I don't want to get married yet because I'm not in love. But yeah, so that was weird. And then I also had a weird synchronicity with him because after I learned his name and I asked what his name was, I had a feeling someone named James was going to text me on Facebook for some reason. And then this guy, like 2 minutes after I learned that James' name at work, this guy named James texted me on Facebook and was asking me, like, if I was single. And I was like, is that James that I work with? Like, I thought it was at first, then, because that was just really weird. Like, nobody ever texts me, first of all, and nobody with the same name as the person that I just met, that I just learned their name. Like, what? Like, 2 minutes later? Like, what? I don't know. Like, I just thought it was really weird. And, then, yeah. That was really weird. So, yeah. That's what happened. And, I also had this weird synchronicity, like, a few years later. Because I've known him and his wife for a while. So, I hang out with his wife. I don't hang out with him because, you know, I'm friends with his wife. But, at first I was only friends with James, pretty much. And then, like, I was like, oh, where's your girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Because they weren't married at that point in time. And I was just like, well, your girlfriend's pretty. I want to be her friend, kind of thing, you know. So, yeah, me and her ended up being friends, which I think she's also one of my soulmates, because I predicted someone kind of that looked like her a few years ago. I predicted a lot of people, actually. It's kind of insane. Now that I look at it, what the fuck? Like, why? I've predicted a lot of people. Maybe I'm just psychic. I think at this point I know I'm psychic, but I don't know if other people would believe me. But I know. But it's just like, that many people, like that many fucking people. Okay. And I also, because I predicted someone that looked like her that would, like, do martial arts with me. And then we ended up planning to do martial arts together. And I told her about that. I was like, I imagined someone that looked like you that would do martial arts with me. And she's like, oh, that's interesting. And I was like, yeah. But, like, we never actually did it because it was too expensive. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting because none of my other friends, like, would be interested in martial arts. But, like, she was. So, you know, it's just like, you know. So, yeah. But, they have a little daughter. Her name's Chloe. Hi, Chloe. She's not gonna watch this video. She's, like, 6. But yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I also predicted my first boyfriend. I predicted, well, because when I was 14, I remember laying in bed wishing, oh, the guy that I'll have sex with will be tall, dark, and handsome with green eyes. And green eyes are the most rare thing, especially with someone who is brown, okay? Because he's mixed, okay? So, fast forward, I end up losing my virginity to someone with green eyes who matches that criteria. And I don't know, it's just weird. Okay? But yeah. So, there's that. We ended up being together for like 10 months. And then that was, yeah, not for me. Sorry, buddy. I care about him. Just, I don't talk to him anymore. You know, it's just like, well, I think we had our run for the money. You know? Just, thanks. He was a good first boyfriend. You know, he didn't cheat on me. He wasn't like a total douchebag. Maybe sometimes, but that's what happens when you're a bitch like me. You turn anybody into a douchebag. So, there's that. And then I also predicted my second boyfriend. His name was Elijah. I've talked about him a lot on this channel because everything with him was fucking freaky. But, yeah. So, I also ended up doing my third one, too. I'll talk about it. So, my second boyfriend, I was laying in bed, like I did with Renell, when I predicted him. I was laying in bed, and I was, like, wishing, I was like, I wish that I would have a boyfriend, a beautiful, gorgeous boyfriend who looks like a prince with long blonde hair, blue eyes, and I was like fangirling. I was like, he's gonna look like one of those beautiful anime guys. and I was like, cause I was like, I don't know. At that point in time, I still liked anime, but now I don't. But you know, it's okay. I was like 18. So, there's that. And I'm 23 now. So, that was years ago, but that's what I was thinking. And then, like, I told myself he would end up treating me like a princess, blah, blah, blah. And I told myself, oh, we're gonna be together forever. No, not that part. Life's not that good. You can't have that, Scarlett. No, I think I can manifest whatever I want. I don't want it. Sorry. But yeah. So that's what happened. And then I started watching like Infinite Waters. I went into a state of depression. I was socially isolating myself, and then music started talking to me, and it told me, oh, you can have whatever you want. Like through the lyrics, it was telling me, oh, the stars align and you can manifest whatever you want. And I was like, well, what the fuck? Why am I having spiritual experiences through music right now? Am I going crazy? And then I started watching Infinite Waters, and then he started, like, I started having synchronicities while watching his videos. And it was so weird because he would always talk about the cat down the road. And the cat down the road, for me, I thought he was talking about my soulmate. Like the guy down the road, the cat down the road. Oh, the cat down the road, you know? He's like a cat. Meow. You know? The kind of thing. But, I don't know. It's just so weird because I thought that. Like, I thought he was talking about somebody. Like my soulmate. Fast forward, and I meet this guy on Facebook. His name's Elijah. He's one of the hottest guys I've ever seen. Oh! How lucky. Like, how lucky. You know? How lucky am I to manifest all these hot, gorgeous men? Oh, yeah. I love that. But anyway. And gorgeous women. God damn. Why am I so lucky? No, but literally. So, yeah. Fast forward, we end up meeting in a very strange coincidence, because we started talking on Facebook Messenger. And that same day, something told me to go for a walk with my dogs. That something was in my head. And I was like, okay, I'll listen, because I think it's a good idea. So I did. Okay? Okay? So I did. And all of a sudden, I go outside, I don't even walk a street. I see this guy pull up on his bike. It's Elijah. That sounds like a movie. That's why I talk about him, because it was so weird. Okay? It was so weird. And that's not the only weird thing. So, I'm walking and I'm like, holy shit, I just saw him. And what? And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep walking, and I think he's gonna message me and think that that's weird. So I go home, and I was right. He did message me. And throughout this time, I kept thinking, like, oh, this is gonna happen. Like, oh, he's gonna message me and think it's weird. And then he does. Because, oh, well, that's what I think. Well, maybe I should start doing that when I want to manifest, because I've had problems with that. But I also am helping myself by talking about it. So anyway, so that's what happened. And then I was like, oh my God, no way. So I go back home and I'm like, okay, well, that was so weird. And he's like, yeah, because this is the first day we're talking. And then all of a sudden I see you because I've never saw you ever in my whole life. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Like, what a weird coincidence. And he thought it was weird, too. I'm not the only one. He noticed, too. Okay? Of course you're gonna notice. That's so fucking weird. It's, like, perfectly aligned or something. Like, I don't know, the stars aligned for me and Elijah. How nice. Oh, even though I haven't talked to him in 6 years. But it's okay. Because it's, like, I don't know. I romanticize that story so much because it's so interesting. But there's also so much more with other people that I've had. And it's just like, it's just so weird how psychic I am. I'm scared. But anyway. So, fast forward. Whenever I talked to this guy on Facebook Messenger. Oh, actually, no. I was on Facebook. And I was thinking about him. And then all of a sudden, he comments on my post, and I was like, whoa, I was just thinking he'd do that. And I was like, okay, well, that's fucking weird because I just thought you were gonna do that and then you did it. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I started talking to him about music. And then, like, I don't know, there's some instances where I was talking to him about music and then, like, he would say a band that I was just gonna type out. And I was like, okay. Like, that's weird. Like, that's weird, you know? Like, why? Like, we're psychically connected, you know? There's a psychic alignment going on in this outer space within inner space, you know? It's just a little fucking freaky. So, there's that. And then I remember also thinking these thoughts, like, oh, he's talking to other women. Oh, he's gonna cheat on me, kind of thing, you know? Like, oh, he's gonna cheat on me. Why did I think that? I don't know. Maybe I knew. Maybe I knew, or maybe I just didn't have enough faith. I don't know. Maybe my thoughts are that powerful to where I have them and I believe them to the point where they just have to be real. Oh, it must be real if I believe it, right? If I think about it, yeah, it's real. And guess what? He ended up doing just those things. And I did end up forgiving him, and I, became his pal again, but, there's that. And I don't want to talk about my third boyfriend, but I ended up manifesting this guy I had a crush on in high school. His name was Miles, and I don't like talking about Miles. I don't want to talk about Miles. I had some weird synchronicities with Miles. Actually, I guess I could talk about Miles. They're bad memories, some of them. So, after me and Elijah broke up, I was still friends with Elijah. But, I also wanted to manifest this guy. His name was Miles. For a long, long time. For so long. I had a crush on Miles. So, I ended up dating Miles after I dated Elijah. I'm not going to tell you how, because that's very personal. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, but I was 18. I was young. I was dumb. Now I'm an adult. And I haven't dated in a long time. And I don't want to date because I want to fall in love. And I want to have a fucking commitment. Like, I want to fall in love. Like, I want to be in love. That's what I want. So, that's what I want. But, what was I saying? I'm so sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Miles. Ugh, no wonder I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not just kidding. So, I did have weird synchronicities with Miles. Oh god, I don't want to talk about it. I did have quite a few, so here's what happened. I'm not going to tell you guys how we got together because I don't like talking about it. But I do, I'm going to talk about when we started dating. So when we started dating, I was thinking about Elijah a lot. And I was on my porch waiting for Miles to come by. And I was thinking about, how Miles was talking to this girl at work. And how they were supposed to go on a date, but she had a boyfriend the whole time, because he told me about that. And I was like, wow, he probably wants her, not me, right? And then, just because, she was there first, she's, hot, and, not that I'm not attractive. I have so many beautiful women that think I'm attractive. I must be. Like, but it's as simple as, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, maybe I should go back to Elijah. And then I was like, God, give me a sign if I should go back to Elijah. And then all of a sudden, Miles pulls up. And I'm like, oh, well, there's my sign. Because I knew it was a sign. I knew it was a sign, but I didn't take it, seriously. If that makes sense. I didn't take it seriously because I was like, well, I don't know if I should, because Elijah, first of all, was into other girls, but Miles is too, obviously. So maybe all men are the same. No, but I was like, well, whatever. So, so yeah, I don't know. But that ended up happening, and then me and Miles were talking, like, in the back one day. I actually remember this. This was a nice memory. Hey, at least we had a nice memory together. Well, right, Miles? Sorta. So, anyway, we were outside, and I was talking about how I wanted to be an astronaut. And at that point in time, I felt like I was having a spiritual awakening, a spiritual experience. I don't know why, but I felt like I was having a spiritual experience. So I was telling him about that, and then all of a sudden, I look at his phone, and the song name, as I'm speaking about how I want to be an astronaut, is called Astronaut in Space. And I was just looking at it like, wow. That just really confirms that I am not crazy and I am having a spiritual experience, because I felt like I was having one before that happened. And I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. And I'm going to talk about the other ones that have happened, because this is very important. Like, I feel like this is an important piece of who I am. Look at my giant muscles. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they are a little. So, anyway. What was I saying? I'm so sorry. Like, I literally do this all the time. My train of thought, like, I got ADD. I'm so sorry. My brain goes, and then I die. But, so yeah, the other synchronicities I've had with Miles, my third boyfriend, was, what else? Well, I was hanging out with Elijah. I'm gonna tell you guys this. I was hanging out with Elijah when I was hanging out with Miles. Not when I was hanging out with Miles, but when I was dating Miles, because I told Miles that him and I were friends, because I felt like that was the right thing to do, because I'm a truthful person, and I was very truthful the whole time me and Miles were together. And it was the truth that he didn't like, but he still stayed with me, so I was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to deal with it because I'm his friend. So, there was a point in time where, where me and Elijah were hanging out, and we were in a meadow. It sounds so weird. We're in a meadow. No, but we're in a meadow. A grass meadow. And I'm just gonna tell you guys this. It's not a synchronicity, but it's funny. So, we're in a grass meadow. And, he saw a praying mantis, and he's like, oh, it's so weird because I've never saw a praying mantis this whole time, and now I'm seeing a praying mantis. And I'm like, yeah, it's a sign. And then he's like, well, I do feel really weird with you, like I'm in a dream. And I'm like, I wonder why. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But anyway, so literally, I'm like, I wonder why. No, I didn't really do that, but that's what I was like. Well, obviously, the stars have aligned. Hello. Hello, the stars have aligned. Bitch. Yeah, bitch. The fuck? So, yeah, that, and then, I picked this little flower because I was dating Miles, and then I put it on Elijah's lips because he had his eyes closed and he was just relaxing, and then I put it on his lips, and then he goes like this, and then he goes like this, he's making out with me, but it was just a flower, and I was looking at it like, oh, I did not expect that. He thought it was my lips. I feel so bad. I remember that. I just thought it was so funny. No, because I wanted to. I was just dating somebody, so I didn't. But, yeah, I feel like having that temptation is not good. But, I mean, if you care about somebody, YOLO. YOLO. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, and then he just looked at me. He just looked at me. He's like like this. And then that was it. No, I just thought that part was so funny. I remember that. My life feels like a movie now that I look at it. My life feels like a movie. I'm just scared. I'll say that, and then it'll start happening again, and I'll start having all these weird synchronicities like movies. Oh, but it's like a movie, sorta, cause like these weird things happen, and you're like, wow, how would that perfectly happen? Maybe God's watching a movie through my eyes. Yeah, sounds good. I can't wait to see what happens next. Okay, so there's that. We're still talking about Miles, because I was still dating Miles at that time, and I'm going to tell you guys this. I went to a party with Elijah at one point, too. And we didn't do anything, but I just thought it was really interesting because, like, we were partying or whatever. We were just drinking beer in a circle, talking, really. And I thought it was going to be a party. Like, he acted like it was going to be, like, a party. Like, oh, yeah, like a party. But it was just, like, a beer circle. A beer circle. And it was just like, I don't know, it was just like beer circling around. I don't know, like drinking beer in a giant thing. I mean, it's fun, I got to hang out with Elijah. So I was sitting next to Elijah and his cousin Moises. And I was still dating Miles. But I told Miles I was going to a party. But I didn't tell him I was going to a party with Elijah. He didn't ask. He probably didn't care. Or something. But, why should I tell him, I'm going to a party with my ex? Well, I'll just say I'm going to a party. I am. If he asks, he asks. If he doesn't, he doesn't, Whatever. I was 18, okay? And plus it saves me trouble, because that would not be good, I guess. I told him I was friends with him anyway, so hopefully he'd be thinking, oh, you're going out with your ex. You're going to a party with your ex. But yeah. But we're sitting in a circle, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, at one point we were playing board games, and I was, like, sitting right next to Elijah. And, like, I was slightly touching him like this. And when I was touching him, it felt like magical energy. Like, I don't even know what that was, but it was like an electric, like, sorta, like a delicious electrical current that's going through me and you. It's delicious, I don't know what it was, but it was nice. I could have just elbowed him all day. Hey guy, let me elbow you. It feels so good. Like, oh no, that's how I felt, really. Felt like I wanted to elbow him all day, because that felt really nice. But I just thought that was weird too. So fast forward, I had some synchronicities where I was hanging out with Miles. Oh no, me and Miles were having fights, and then I go over to Elijah's house. And I spent the night with him one night because me and him broke up. And I was like, okay, well, whatever, I can do this now. So, hey, at least we broke up. I didn't do it when we were together. We had a mutual breakup. So, I go to Elijah's house, and I don't know, I slept with him, but I didn't. Like, I didn't feel like cuddling, sort of. Like, I didn't feel right. So I just kind of just laid there, and then, like, I don't know, I just felt bad, But, there's that. And then it was weird because he was listening to rap, and he never listens to rap. Like, he never listened to rap when I was around him, and rap's the kind of music that Miles likes. And I was like, okay, that's really weird. And then the next day, Miles texts me, and he wants me to come over, so I do. And on the way to his house, Miles is playing Elijah's kind of music, which is even weirder because Miles doesn't listen to that. He doesn't listen to that at all. It's like some weird hillbilly screamo, hillbilly fucking screamo. I don't know what it is. Fucking indie screamo. It's not even screamo. It's just like weird hillbilly screamo. That's what it is, hillbilly screamo. So that's what he was listening to, and I was like, no fucking way. Like, he's listening to the same music Elijah listens to, and then Elijah's listening to his kind of music. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I just thought that was so weird because it was like a day apart from each other. It was just really weird. Like, it was really weird. Like, why? What does this mean? You know, like, what does this mean? And then, I don't know what it was, but that day, like, I made out with Miles and, like, just felt really good. Like, I don't know, because usually making out with him doesn't feel that good, but, like, that day it just felt really good. I remember. But, sorry, I'm trying to dry out my hair. Just, it's curly, you know? You gotta do certain stuff. But, I just, like, pull it apart. It's like pull apart bread. Pull apart bread. But, anyway. So, you know, that's what happened. And, you know, I don't know, it's just really weird. And then I had instances with Miles where I was, like, thinking about lifting weights, and then all of a sudden his friend brings him a weight set, and I was like, holy shit. Because me and Miles used to fight physically, so I wanted to get in shape. And, you know, that's why I wanted to lift, and then his friend brought him a weight set. It's like telling me, hey, you should. Like, you should. But, yeah. But I think that's about, well, I have some scary ones with Miles. I'm going to talk to you guys about this. I put this in a video named My Scary Manifestations because it was scary. And it was scary. Like, frightening. Like a fucking horror movie. That's why I put it in a separate video. So, if you watch this far, go to My Scary Manifestations, because if you want to hear the story, there it is. And it's scary. And I tell it in a way which, I don't know. I just don't like talking about it. So you go watch that. Okay? Just go watch My Scary Manifestations, because not all of them are about Miles, but they're in there. The camping one, where we went camping, watch it if you're interested. If you don't want to get scared, then don't. It was scary. Yeah. And then, yeah. So, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about other synchronicities. So, I just don't like talking about it. I don't like the energy that it brings. Like, it brings me bad energy. You know, and I have a feeling something like that's going to happen again if I keep that energy, so I just don't like talking about it. So yeah, I don't know, it's just really weird. But, what else am I talking about? I'm talking about, okay, we're done with Miles. We broke up with him. Oh yeah, during our breakup, I'm going to talk to you guys about this. So, before we broke up, I prayed, because I wouldn't leave him. I prayed that Miles gets a girlfriend, and I pray that she's gonna be fat and ugly and blonde with blue eyes, and I pray that she's gonna be a fucking bitch. And fast forward, that's exactly what happened. She's fat, she's ugly, she, you know, she's a bitch. And then I ended up texting her, you know, for a few months. They don't know why. But, we texted each other. And then she told me, well, I had a feeling he was going to get her pregnant. And then she said she's pregnant. And I'm like, I had a feeling. Because he doesn't use protection. And he comes like that fucking fast. He's going to get you pregnant if you don't use birth control. And I just was looking like, oh my god. Like, that's terrible. Because he's a horrible, horrible person. He feeds his dogs glass, nails, rocks. I don't know why I dated him. Because I had a crush on him in high school. Like, whoop-de-fucking-do. Like, that's fucking vile. Like, that's vile. You know? Like, disgusting. So, if that gives you any insight to how horrible and fucked up this person was, yeah. Yeah. So, there's that. And that's also why I don't like my tattoos, is because I started doing tattoos when I was with him on myself. So that's why I don't like them. Yeah. So, what else am I talking about? I'm sorry. My brain just went. Okay, so brain, come on, work. I was talking about how vile he was. Oh, yeah. And then I had a feeling that she was going to have a miscarriage. I don't know why. I just kind of had a feeling. Because he smokes a lot of weed, and the weed stones the sperm. But that's not the only reason, but I just had a feeling. And come to find out, she did have a miscarriage. And I also, I also had a feeling that his dogs were going to get ran over. Don't ask why I had that feeling, but I just had that feeling that his dogs were going to get run over. It wasn't by me. I don't drive, first of all. But I just had a feeling. I had a feeling he's going to get his karma. And, I just had a feeling, that those things were going to happen. Because I just had a feeling. Yep, that sounds about right. And come to find out, both of his dogs got hit by cars and died. And I feel bad for those dogs. But it's also karma. I don't know, for what you did to me. Yep. So, there's that. This story is getting a little depressing. Sorry. But, but yeah. So, there's that. And what else am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about synchronicities. What else happened? I'm just telling you guys how psychic I am at this point. But, yeah. I didn't do anything voodoo. It's just, I don't know. I just fucking had a feeling. I had a feeling those events were going to happen. I was like, yeah, it sounds like that's going to happen. And then it did. I was like, yep, sounds about right. Yeah. So, what else are we going to talk about? We don't like talking about Miles. Fuck that guy. We like talking about, who do we like talking about? Miles. Who was next? Gage. Gage. So, Gage was my last boyfriend that I had a year and a half ago. And I never dated since then. But I'm going to tell you guys something. I did have a synchronicity. It was just one. And it was when I wished for a guy that looked like Miles' brother. Just don't ask. So, I wished for that because I was like, well, why not? Yeah, let's make that happen so he could get pissed. No, I'm just kidding. But, and then I thought to myself, well, he's probably gonna have dreads instead of braids because braids aren't very common. So I was like, yeah, and then he was like this white guy. Then I ended up manifesting someone that looked like him, is what I'm saying. And that was the only synchronicity, pretty much, that happened. But yeah. So, there's that. And I don't know. What else? I had synchronicities with Riley. Riley, my friend Riley. Love Riley. I love Riley, but he's a horrible, horrible man. But he's my friend. So he's addicted to meth, okay? But I predicted him. I predicted him, which is why he's so special to me. I feel like, I feel like it means something because it was a flurry of events. So here's what happened. I was sitting down and I wished to be someone's angel, to be someone's angel in their life, to be sent from God to somebody to help them. And I was like, this person's probably going to be suicidal. And they're going to have I don't know, just stuff that makes them suicidal. And I'm gonna be their angel. That's what I said. Why did I wish for that? I don't know. I did not think it would be this fucking difficult. So, here's the thing. So, fast forward, and I'm watching tarot card videos. And the tarot card videos are telling me I'm going to meet somebody, and they're going to have a drug addiction. And the first thought I had was meth. Okay? The first thought I had was meth. Okay. So, I wish for my soulmate to have blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever. Freckles. That's just what I like, apparently. I don't fucking know. So, that's what I wish for. Well, it's also because I just create a bunch of different things in my head, and I want them all to be real. So why not? And I think that's why they're all manifesting. Yeah. So, there's that. And, yeah. I have a dream after that, after the tarot cards. I have a dream that I work with this guy. And he's got blonde hair, blue eyes. His hair's like this long. And he's kind of annoying. He's kind of rowdy and hyper. And he gives me a kiss in the dream. Okay? So obviously that was supposed to be someone important to me that I was going to be working with. And I thought that. I was like, it's so weird that I would have that dream because I don't have a job right now. So I ended up getting a job. And I didn't see this guy for a few weeks, but I ended up seeing him one day, and I felt like this energetic connection, like energetic alignment towards this person. I don't know, it was just really weird. I felt like energetically connected. And I was like, okay, he looks cool. Like, he looks like he'd be a fun person. And I was right. He was. He was fun. He was like my work friend, like my work best friend, if I'm gonna be fucking honest. Like, I don't know, at work, we would just have, like, the best times. We would be cracking up, laughing just about the stupidest shit. Like, I don't know, it was just so stupid. And it was just so, like, I loved him. Like, I loved him. Like, you know, like, I loved him. And he's my buddy, bruh. He's my buddy. So, like, literally, you know, there's this incident where, I guess I could talk about this. I had a feeling that, I don't know, I had a feeling that if I went in the direction that I was going, like, that I had a crush on him, because I did have a crush on him, and I had a feeling that he'd be, like, a terrible, terrible person. I know he is. Yeah. Something in my head told me, yeah, he's gonna be terrible to you. Oh, yeah. He was. He is. But he's addicted to drugs. That's the excuse I give him. You know? That's the excuse I give him. But it's also, why would I want to hang out with a drug addict? Well, first of all, we had a good friendship. You know? We had a good, solid friendship. And, okay, I'm gonna rewind. So, there's this incident where we were working at McAllister's Deli, and we were hanging out outside on the tables. And we were just talking. We were talking and talking and talking. And it was just so fun just to talk to him. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like this is the best ever. Like, I feel like you're my best friend. And I told him that. And he's like, I feel that way too. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like I have a new best friend. And then he told me he was, you know, stopped using meth 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, oh, of course I'm going to meet somebody that I really, really like as a friend. And they're going to be addicted to meth. You know, that's how my life's going. So, there's that. And, you know, I still care about him. He's 18. He's got his whole life ahead of him. And he doesn't have a lot of support, you know, in his life. But I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to tell you guys the story of Riley's synchronicities because they're not that good. So, I did have, you know, he was going to go into the military, and I was helping him because I work out. So, I'm like the perfect friend for him to help him get into the military because I like jogging, I like lifting weights, I like doing that stuff. So, you know, I tried my best to help him, you know, and he was doing so good. Like, he was jogging all the time, like, all the time. And he was doing so good. He was really ready. Like, he was really, really ready. And he went and got his papers done and all that stuff. And they never called him back. And, like, he just fucking gave up. And I was like, Riley, you have to go over there. And he's like, no, they don't want me. I'm like, yes, they do. And he's like, no, they probably won't let me in. And I'm like, well, come on now. Follow your dreams. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I don't know what he's doing. But anyway, I love Riley, even though he's a terrible man. And I don't know. I think it's because of our solid friendship that we had at the beginning. I don't know. I mean, even now, we still have a good friendship. It's just a little different after we had sex. So, I did have a masturbation manifestation. So, I masturbated to him. I'm not gonna lie. Before I had sex with him. The day before I had sex with him. And the way I masturbated to him was exactly the way he actually had sex with me. Because I was thinking, oh, he'd be saying, oh, baby girl. Stuff like that. And I've never had a guy do that. And lo and behold, the next day, I ended up having sex with him. The day we were hanging out outside, talking, that's the day we had sex. And, I mean, it was good. It was good. Yeah. I liked making out with him, too. It was good, you know? But, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Other stuff, I don't want to talk about the bad stuff because I don't want to think about it. Maybe I shouldn't tell you guys. I won't tell you guys just cuz I might tell you guys later. Who knows? But yeah, there's some dark stuff amidst the rubble. There's some dark shit, including his family members. Dark. Yeah. So, I don't know if he was molested or, something funky's going on with that family. I think that's also why I'm still here, is because I don't know if he ever was, like, loved normally. God. I don't know. It's like, why else would someone... I don't know. But anyway. And that's where I am now, is, hanging out with Riley. So, that's how my life's going. Hanging out with a fucking meth addict. But I did hang out with some other guy last night, so there's that. And it's not just the male attention I like. I liked Riley. Like, he was cool. It's as simple as that. And, I don't know. You know. We're manifesting our own reality. You know, we got this, everybody. Yeah. So I'll keep you guys updated on this whole spiel. But thank you guys so much for listening to my whole hour-long video. And I hope that you guys got something interesting out of this because I like making this video, and I just want to give you that, guys, a good thank you for watching this far, especially if you did watch this far, the whole thing. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.